Now we're with you for a bit longer today, our own extra time due to the World Cup. So all this week in our series, Sort Out Your Summer, we're delving into some of your favourite topics. We've got experts on everything from the royals to finance and health to skincare. Today we are joined by presenter Laura Whitmore, who herself has become a bit of an expert on her favourite subject, and it has to be said, Denise's favourite subject, true crime, and she's digging right into it on her successful podcast with husband Iain Sterling, Murder, They Wrote.
Gossip mill goes into overdrive again, as you can imagine, as people try to figure out who could be behind the murder. We know that somebody has killed Dr. Pat Cronin. And then, on May the 24th, a person comes forward with information that turns the whole investigation on its head.
Who? And I'm guessing their first name's Pat.
Well, if you can believe it, this person is also called Patrick.
Oh, he's so very droll. Laura joins us now. Hi,
like
Laura.
opal fruits. What do you call opal fruits?
We're like the rainbow.
Starburst.
I love it.
Yeah,
Glad that we all
Rangers.
talked about what we were going to wear today before I came on.
They just don't text me.
Sorry about that. You didn't get the memo. It's all right. I've got a pink suit for you in the back. You're good. You're
Well,
good.
listen, we want to hear all about the podcast, but first of all, we have to say well done on getting out of the house. Baby's only a month old.
I know. It's even looking at that clip, because we pre-recorded quite a lot of the podcast, I think I'm 9 months pregnant there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's just
Really?
quite funny just to, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot what life is like out. It's been lovely so far. I'm gonna
Yeah?
like even just it's that kind of, you get that guilt and it's the first time like away. But I
you're
really
in air
enjoyed
conditioning.
the air conditioning and someone did my makeup and my brain. I'm a little bit tired. I'm not gonna lie.
But you're more experienced at the second, don't you think? Like you
There's
don't
no
worry.
time to say. Yeah, I think with the second the first year kind of learning and changing your life, we already have some sort of routine. But now there's 2 of them, so it's a lot, isn't
And
it?
how's your older daughter responding to it?
Oh, she's amazing. We were just talking because there's 4 years between your kids,
same
and
as yours.
yeah,
Mine too, actually.
yeah, it's quite helpful because sometimes I can't like reach down and pick up things. I'm like, I've
they
got
give
this
you the
little helper.
nappies and-
They
Yeah,
do.
they're good.
I know. Basically, I have a mini PA who's helping me out. I just don't have to pay her. It's great.
That really helps with the jealousy as well, doesn't it, though? I
Yeah.
think that thing of making them like a little sort of like mummy or
Helper.
daddy figure.
Yeah,
little
yeah,
helper.
Yeah, a real life doll to play with. It's
Yeah,
great.
exactly.
Yeah, just get her to do the nappies and we're sorted.
Well, I hope you've joined a lot of our audience, which is watching us while you're breastfeeding.
Do you know what? I have to be honest, because what I watch a lot, obviously, daytime, but I also watch a lot of true crime.
Yes.
Because when you've got them, when they're babies, they don't know what you're watching. So I get to actually sit there in front, on the sofa, watch what I like.
Hardcore, really violent crime with the kids.
Well, it's interesting as well.
It's relaxing somehow.
Well,
isn't it?
you love it, don't you?
I mean, to the point of obsession. You know,
Yeah.
I was invited to CrimeCon last year to do a talk
Yeah.
on my obsession.
Yeah.
Lincoln and I watch very little else.
Yeah.
That's good that you both agree on it as well. That's like with myself and Iain, because it's one of the
I'd have
rarities.
to probably divorce him if we didn't, because it's all we watch, to the
Check
point that
the patio.
we're missing out on dramas and everything. I think if you were going to kill someone, it should have been in the 70s probably, because they would have literally just gone, oh, she's gone, that's it.
and move on.
But now, the fact that people still, for greed, are still, like, it's like in America, they just don't seem to get divorced. It's just, they just murder them.
Yeah, well, that's we always say with the podcast, as soon as we start telling a story, because I've done a lot of documentaries before, which are a bit more recent. With the podcast, we do older cases, so you can kind of, you know,
Historical
ones.
Yeah.
You see Iain plays around. That was the one there, the Clonagale one, is a recent podcast we did, a 2-parter. I love it. When I'm in control of the story, I do a 2-parter.
Yeah.
I'm not so much into the crime. I think true crime isn't about the crime; it's about the why.
The psychology, that is exactly it.
Do you argue over what
we
ones
take
to
turns.
pick?
So every week we
Okay.
take turns. I sometimes, when it's my turn, I do a 2-parter and I do the whole first episode on their childhood. And he's like, "Oh my God, tell me about what happened."
Interesting. Yeah,
Well,
interesting.
the why somebody does something, and you're right. Like you look at like some of the older cases that we look at, and how the law system has failed women and how women are treated and talked about. We did the Ruth Ellis case, who was the last woman
Absolutely.
executed.
Her granddaughter
And
used to babysit my children.
I feel like I'm Indonesia.
Yes.
Get her on the podcast.
Yes. I mean, the thing is, I love as well is the cold cases when they have been completely forgotten, but they have kept knowing that something like
Someday.
DNA might came out,
Yeah.
and they go to
Or
the
fingerprints or
person
any of that,
who
yeah.
has lived a normal life for 40 years and they knock on the door and they've got the toothbrush or something, and those people have to, you know, get caught eventually.
You talked about the why. Do you have a theory on why people like Denise are so fascinated by it?
Well, they say when you look at it, 70% of the viewers or listeners to true crime-related documentaries, podcasts, films are women.
I know.
And then statistically, the victims of the violent crimes particularly, are women. And that is the why. And I think you have to be careful with true crime to treat it sensitively as possible. Why I'm so intrigued by it, I think there's this safety in looking at a dangerous subject.
Yes.
But in your own surroundings and a control, and maybe it's a control of the fear aspect. But like, this is something I should fear, but if I understand it,
well, they
it'll
say
give me
that
a
about
better
horror movies. The appeal of horror movies, isn't it? Is that people see something terrible happening, but it's not happening.
And the funny thing is that horror movies and anything like that are. I
can't do that.
No,
I can't
don't
do
like
it.
to watch them, but I don't.
I was going to ask, so you've immersed yourself in this. So has it made you look at the world differently?
I have to be careful because when you're constantly looking at the worst in life. But what I try to find as well in a lot of the stories we bring is the hope. As well. And you're right with the cold cases. Sometimes you have a cold case and years later, you know, the perpetrator gets what's coming to them. And the families, it's the families that, you know, finally get the closure that they deserve. But I think with the podcast, which is different than the doc series I've done, is...
This is your 4th series you're going to start?
We're just starting the 4th series. You know, the studio's in the house. It's lovely. Don't have to wear shoes. Don't have to go out. So for us, and it's the one thing that we do that we're not talking about the babies. We're not talking about... Like, who's putting the bins? We're having a real conversation. And for me, even now, just getting my brain working again is lovely.
Yeah. What about living and working with your husband, though?
We always said if we annoy each other, we stop the podcast. But I actually think it helps us.
You get a lot of ideas when you do them.
You do. My thing is always be careful, because a lot of the cases, and to go back to what you were saying, was if your husband or your wife, if your spouse puts life assurance out, you're in trouble.
Absolutely.
Because you see this happening beforehand, and someone gets pushed off the top of a mountain. You're like, hold on a second. But what we try with that one, and you saw when Iain was talking about Pat, I bring some Irish cases. I'm not going to lie, everyone in that case was called Patrick. And I'm trying to do the serious case, and he's like, and he's also called, I'm like, yes, his name is Patrick too. So we try to kind of bring it with a different side and perspective. They're older cases.
But this plays to your background, doesn't it? I mean, you started off in journalism.
Yeah, I started off in a newsroom.
Yes, you've done all sorts of things.
And you're working as an actress now as well.
Yeah, and I spent last year I did a play at Hampstead Theatre called Apex Predator, and then I did Girl on the Train, which also were quite... They kind of help you, because we're doing one play, you know, going through a character who's dealt with coercive control and manipulation. I had real life experience from talking to the victims from doing the documentaries. So I think I'm so obsessed with people and why people do what they do.
Exactly right,
It's the psychology.
And even coming from, like, my first telly job was MTV and interviewing rock stars, and like, you know, and I remember interviewing some of the biggest rock stars who on stage have this amazing presence, and then you meet them off stage, timid, quiet and shy, and I'm like, it's like, what? And so I just find people fascinating, whether they're actors, musicians, presenters, killers. Yeah, you know, people, why they do what they do.
But you've got an acting project coming up, have you not?
Yeah, we did a short film last year with Ivana Lynch that comes out later in the year called Frog. Yeah, and actually it's quite interesting, because another thing just about even just being a woman, and I actually found out I was pregnant doing that film, and it's about a girl who couldn't get pregnant.
Oh, the irony. But you have to keep it a secret,
yeah,
obviously.
So there's some scenes which are quite hard, but with Frog, it comes from... Pregnancy tests only came into the UK in 1979.
Wow.
And beforehand... Yeah.
What did you do before that, then? Just...
Frogs.
Oh.
So this is genuine. So in the 50s... in the 50s, the only way you could know if you're pregnant in the early stages is what they do. This is obviously people with more money. Inject your urine into the African frog, and if it spawned eggs, it meant you were pregnant.
What?
I was having all visions of when I was just like, wow.
But it's mad to think that women just didn't... Like, we've been having babies since the beginning of time.
I mean, you could go to the doctors, but I think this is for very early pregnancy.
Very early pregnancy,
yeah.
Well, I mean, you'd be like, hold on a second, but you couldn't do pregnancy tests up until 19... Yeah.
Every day's a school day.
Wow.
Whitmore is
Yeah, I know. Here we go. I'm here with all the stuff you didn't know you needed to know, Kate.
Well, listen, the next series of the podcast, Murder, They Wrote, is out in September.
Yeah, and still going now as well, the previous series, because we did them before I was pregnant.
Fantastic.
She's organised.
Preparation is everything. Laura, lovely to see you.
You too,
Love
thank
to see
you.
you.